Hello everyone, it's Shel C from PaperOcotilloStudio. This is a speed up version of the live stream over at Art Joy of Sharing live stream shows. Different channel, same people. It's me and Peg over there. Today we were talking about mood boards. If you go and search on Pinterest or out in the world, you can find 1,000,000,000 mood boards. There are millions of them. And they are a good way to get you out of a slump. If you just can't figure out what you want to do, you're not inspired by anything. If you pick up one of these boards with all the different pictures and shapes and colors, sometimes can get you out of that mood. So the first thing that I did, I made this mood board, and you can find it and download it at the Art Joy of Sharing Facebook group. And I looked in my gel print journal, and I was flipping through my gel print journal looking for something that I thought matched pretty well. And I found that page, gel print from a long time ago, and it has some of those same shapes and colors. So I decided to use it today for my art journal page that I'm going to do inspired by this mood board. I also picked out some colors of paints and different materials I thought I might use on my page that matched. And then I started looking at the pictures, and the first thing that I noticed was the flower, the bud, reminded me of a unicorn horn, the way it was twisted. It's an iris bud. And then the ombre hair, which I wished I had. That would be so awesome. Reminded me of, the mane of a unicorn and the colors. There was a moon. There was some interesting patterns and circular shapes. And so I decided that I was going to go with the unicorn at night under the moonlight. So I'm using a white charcoal pencil to draw my illustration on the page. And then I'm using some white gesso, because of course this is a very dark page, to fill in my shape so that it looks white on the dark background. And then I'm thinking about the hair that I saw in the picture as I'm painting. I've got several different colors and brands of paint. Rather than thinking about the brand or the style of the paint, I just picked out the colors I thought would match with the mood board. This one is purple from Dilutions. I think it's purple grape or something like that. I'll figure out what colors I use, and I'll put links in the description box below the video. I also have sky color, which is kind of a light turquoise, kind of like what's at the bottom of the hair, from Dina Wakley paints. And then I think I used some indigo, which is a golden high flow fluid paint. So then with the fluid paint, I'm also using that with a little bit of water and blending it to make some shadows out of the shape. And just, filling in areas that I think should be shaded on the picture with some watered down indigo. This is kind of like acrylic painting. In fact, it is acrylic painting. I go back in with some white gesso again to blend a little bit. Still trying to make some real bright white areas and then some more shaded areas to make it look more interesting. Man, I wished I had that hair. I know I can't pull it off. I'd have to really damage my hair to get it like that, but oh, so pretty. I love it. Dark purple to light purple to turquoise. Really cool. So yeah, I'm just going to continue to paint. Then I decide to do some finger painting in the background while this area is drying. Right now I'm just finger painting with a little bit of gesso. Make sure you put something on your hands, art guard or gloves in a bottle or something to protect your hands before you finger paint, because that stuff has chemicals in it that could get to your body. So make sure you protect yourself. I want to have a moon. I decided to make a crescent moon. And then I'm thinking about the sinuous swirly shapes that this mood board inspires in me. I start making some marks, some kind of swirly marks. Now I'm using my Neocolor 2 water-soluble crayons, and I'm not going to blend these out like I normally do with a water brush. I'm leaving them pretty solid on there. I do a little bit of smoothing with a slightly damp baby wipe, and that's all the blending that I do. I also use them to refine my shapes, to brighten up some areas, bring out some highlights, add more shadows. I do quite a bit with the watercolor crayons over the top of the acrylic. That's what makes this mixed media, because it's a multiple type of products being used, multiple media. So I add back in some white gesso into the main for highlights. And then this is where I'm finger painting. I have some DecoArt metallic purple paint, and then I come back in with that Dilutions purple paint and some of that sky colored paint from Dina Wakley. I've also got white gesso. I don't know. I'm just adding in here and there. This one is a different blue paint that I hadn't used yet. It's a DecoArt Media Fluid paint. Just kind of intuitively filling in the background. I want it to be unified, but still have some interesting shapes to look at. Here I decide that my unicorn needs a little bit of pink because it's a girl. So it needed pink. That's why. I don't know why. I just thought about it and I decided to put some on there. I'm finger painting with a little bit more gesso, trying to whiten up some of those areas. And I'm having a lot of fun. I'm not talking a lot during this live stream because I'm just really focused on playing with my paints and crayons and pens. So then I decide I need to start doing some detailing. Make sure that's real dry. I dried it with a heat tool off camera. Of course, this is the live stream, so we flip back and forth between Peg and I. So while the camera was not on me, I made sure that everything was real dry. You don't want to mess up your pens. And then I'm using my white Posca pen. I use my black Posca pen, and I do highlights, and then I do some serious doodling and dots in the hair. And this was inspired by the plate, the glazeware plate that's in the picture. I would love to see what this mood board inspires you to do. So if you come over to the Art Joy of Sharing Facebook group and you haven't joined yet, you can join. Just make sure that you answer the questions. Those keep people that want to spam and sell stuff in our group, which is not what the group is for. It's for sharing art out. So make sure that you answer the questions if you come over to ask to join. And then this mood board for February will be in the files section, or no, in the pictures section, in an album. You can download it or just use it on your tablet or whatever to inspire something, and then post it in the group. That would be awesome. I'd love to see what this mood board inspires for you. We'll probably be doing this monthly, so next month Peg will make the mood board with what she's interested in that for that time frame, and it'll be fun. It'll be a fun activity we can do in Art Joy of Sharing. So then I'm just adding a little dangly charm on the unicorn's horn. I do some splatters for some white stars in the background. A little star by the moon. I've spruced up the moon a little bit with the white Posca pen. And then the final thing that I do is write some little words down there at the bottom in my own writing. It says, if you have to be something, be magical. And I thought that that was appropriate for the page. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, remember to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment or question below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And share this on your Pinterest or Facebook pages, and that would be awesome. And here come the close-ups. Thanks. Bye-bye.